Hello and welcome to this series of videos for my Year 11 Latin class at Worksop on the Welsh Board Books and Writers prescription. This is obviously Marshall, the 3 epigram poems. I want to focus with these videos on just making sure you can translate the videos and we'll do more analysis in class, but maybe I'll touch on some analysis in this section as well. Fine, so Marshall writing epigrams, he's writing in elegiac couplets. You can see from these 3 epigrams, the first 1.38 is obviously a single couplet, 7.3 is a single couplet, and then 6.60 is a double couplet. Epigrams are short, witty little poems, usually the second line in the pentameter, an elegiac couplet is made up in the first line of a hexameter, the second line a pentameter, and usually the pentameter comes in with a sort of sting in the tail, as it were. Now, if you remember from your Pliny letter, when writing about the death of Marshall, he says that he is Marshall was sharp, was witty. His poetry had truth in it, but it can be sort of acerbic as well. So we'll have a quick run through. So 1.38, the first line, the main verb obviously est, the subject libellus, and then the complement meus. So the book is mine. But it's interrupted with the relative clause quem recitas. So the book, libellus, which you read or recite is mine. And then the vocative phrase o fidentine, meaning fidentinus. Then in the second line, we go but, and then we've got cum plus recitas, when you recite it male, so an adverb meaning poorly or badly, and then we need to supply it, as in the book, as the subject of incipit. It begins esse tuus, it begins to be yours. So, the book which you recite is mine, fidentinus. But when you recite it badly, it begins to be yours. And as we've said in class, this shows you that poetry was to be recited, to be read out, to be listened to. And also there is a sort of element of plagiarism here. So he's attacking Fidentinus for plagiarism. 6.60, a really, really great poem, one of my favourites, as you know from lessons. It's absolutely full of rhetorical devices. We won't have time here to go through them, but note the laudat, amat, cantat, lovely use of the eke to begin with. You've got chiasmuses in there, you've got a syndeton, you've got tricolons, it's all there. Really, really good sort of exercise to practice your literary techniques, and we will be doing that. But let's just, again, focus on the translation. So, the subject, mea Roma, my Rome. Hugely bold claim, hugely hyperbolic. My Rome, laudat, amat, cantat, nostras libellos. So my Rome praises, loves, sings nostros libellos, my books. The next line, again, more hyperbole. Omne sinus, every pocket. With sinus, it can be a pocket, or it could be the sort of the breast fold of a female or a male toga, but a female toga. So there might be some kind of sexual element in this. But anyway, well, let's talk about it is pocket. So every pocket habet me. Every pocket holds me. Manus omnis habet me. Every hand holds me. So he's saying that, his little books are everywhere. He is his books, and they are all over Rome. Everyone has it. Every pocket, every hand holds him. Everybody is reading his poetry. And then third line, ecce, look, behold. Quidam, someone, a general person, anyone, a member of Roman society. Quidam rubet, palet, stupet, oscidat, odit. Somebody blushes, somebody grows pale, somebody is stupefied, is gobsmacked, most importantly, odit, hates. So, lots of verbs describing quite vividly what this person's emotion. Note the rubet grows red versus compared to the palette grows pale. Then we've got this idea of shock, stupet, oscitat, gobsmacked. But then finally, the fifth verb, and at the end in emphatic positioning, odit, hates. It's quite interesting, a very, very strong verb, and we'll come back to it in a second once we've done the last line. Shockingly, I suppose, hoc wallow, I want this. Nunc carmina nostra placent nobis. Now my poems please me. So, I want this. Now my poems please me. So he wants people to hate. He wants people to be shocked. He wants people to be rubet, embarrassed, palet, scared, horrified possibly, stupet, shocked, oscitat, shocked. He wants people's hatred, which is a kind of unusual thing, something you wouldn't probably expect from a poet. Lots of other poets, as we'll see in this course of videos, want people to love them. But love, being loved, laudat amat cantat, is not what interests Marshall. He wants people to feel, to hate, to be angry, to be embarrassed. He wants more interesting emotions than simply love. So he's a bit like punk music, I suppose. And then finally, the short 7.3, we've got the repetition of Pontiliane. Pontiliane is talking as a vocative phrase, so it's reminiscent of 1.38, but it's a bit clumsy and perhaps is a bit of an insult to Pontilianus, but we can talk about that kind of stuff in class. Cur non mitto meos libellos tibi. Why do I not send my books to you, Pontilianus? And then we have the sting in the tail. Ne mihi, well, ne tu mitas mihi tuos. So, in case, let's say, as a translation for ne, in case you send me yours, Pontilianus. So, why do I not send my books to you, Pontilianus, in case you send me yours, Pontilianus? As I say, quite a sort of bitchy little poem. Okay, so I'll just run through them all again very, very quickly. So 1.38, the book which you read, Fidentinus, or the book which you recite, Fidentinus, is mine. But when you recite it badly, it begins to be yours. 6.60, my Rome praises, loves, sings my little books, my books. And every pocket, every hand holds me, or if we're going to put the may, every pocket holds me, every hand holds me. Ecce, but look, someone blushes, someone grows pale, someone is stupefied, someone is gobsmacked, somebody hates. This I want. Now my poems please me. And then 7.3, why do I not send my poems, my books to you, Pontilianus, in case you send me yours, Pontilianus? So all three little poems, short, very, very stylish, very cleverly written, and show us a little bit about Marshall as a poet, what he wants, what his aims are. Marshall as sort of a sarcastic attacker of people, gives us a sense of recitation, a sense of perhaps potential plagiarism. In 7.3, we've got an idea of reciprocal offering of poems. So you publish something, or you write something and then you give it to somebody else to read, and they give their poems back to you. 660, we get this idea of perhaps not all poets want to be praised. Not all poets want to find glory in eternity. Some poets want more visceral, more angry responses. Remember the Odit. Anyway, thanks very much. I hope it helps.